And welcome to Hannity and Breaking tonight. A reckoning and political earthquake now underway in the Washington, D.C. swamp. The FBI Director, Kash Patel, will join us in just a moment to break it all down. Because right now, as we speak, the truth is more obvious than ever. Democrats, deep state operatives in both the Obama and Biden administration, in their DOJs, their FBIs, people in our intelligence agencies, in other words, deep state operatives, as we have been telling you about all these years, absolutely tried, absolutely failed to, quote, remake our great republic, our constitutional republic, into something truly Orwellian. The damage is incalculable, and now, thankfully, it is all being exposed, and now it will be corrected. Now, we have been more right on this show than we ever knew. A lot to report tonight. For years, they tried to co-opt every three-letter department in our federal government and turn these very powerful institutions against Republicans, conservatives, and especially all things Donald J. Trump. And finally, tonight we can report transparency, accountability have now arrived. Now, we have multiple developing stories tonight. John Solomon will join us with the latest bombshell. For example, one example confirming that Joe Biden's efforts to hide the family syndicate business dealings with Burisma, and another involving Bill Clinton's questionable dealings himself. And just last night, another shocking allegation of abuse. As it turns out, former DOJ hack Jack Smith, who attempted to lock up President Trump during his presidential campaign, was also using the federal government to spy on several U.S. senators and Republicans, of course. And needless to say, Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, not too happy. Take a look.
Can you tell me why my phone records, when I'm the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, were sought by the Jack Smith agents? Why did they ask to know who I called and what I was doing?
They knew who he called, where he called from, where the call was received, who he was talking to. Senator Graham will join us with reaction. He is rightly teed off. But let us be clear. This is 10 times worse than anything alleged against Richard Nixon during Watergate. Yet Democrats, the legacy media mob, they don't really seem to care. And frankly, many in the media mob were complicit in the cover-up of all of this and, of course, responsible. They were out there night after night, year after year, peddling lies and conspiracy theories like the Trump-Russia hoax. It was all debunked. It was all a lie. No correction, no apology, nothing. Now, that's because they support a government that targeted their political rivals, that didn't support their political agenda. Now, that's what they wanted, and they hate President Trump for exposing them. Take a look at what's happening right now. Donald Trump is ending this weaponization of our DOJ, instead directing the vast resources of your federal government to improve safety in American cities. He's arresting gang members, violent criminals, deporting illegal immigrants, especially criminal aliens. And the Democratic Party, they are seething with nothing but rage. They're not restoring law and order and safety and security. No, they're supporting defund, dismantle, no bail laws, reimagine the police, and let's send in the social workers. But today on Capitol Hill, the Attorney General Pam Bondi exposed one Democrat after another to their faces, starting with the congenital liar Adam Schiff himself. You're going to love this play we have for you. Take a look.
FBI Director Patel said there was no case. And Caroline Leavitt is one of the most trustworthy human beings I know.
So
and,
was she,
was
she
if
right?
you worked for me, you would have been fired because you were censured by Congress for lying.
You're the Attorney General. This will be your decision. Will you support?
You don't have to tell me what is my decision and what is not my decision. I said you can talk to Director Patel.
You don't have to try to.
You think you've got a gotcha with Tom Homan, our border czar, who's been out there fighting for our country since Donald Trump took office.
I'm trying to ask a question. Regular order, please. Will you support that request?
Will you apologize to Donald Trump for trying to impeach him?
I guess the answer is you won't support that request.
After you now know that Joe Biden tried to cover up Hunter Biden's involvement with Ukraine.
This is supposed to be an oversight hearing.
Oversight?
Excuse me, you can attack me after my time is over.
You've attacked all of us, including President Trump, for your entire career.
You can attack me later, and I know you've got plenty of canned attacks. We've heard them all day to day.
Canned attacks on you?
This is supposed to be...
No one needs a canned attack on you.
Regular order, Madam Chair. I'm trying to speak. The members of this committee on a bipartisan basis demand answers to those questions and refuse to accept
Clearly you're a failed lawyer
refuse
because
to
you don't
accept,
understand when
excuse
someone
me,
can and cannot
refuse
answer
to
a
accept
question.
I admit, I loved every second of it. Well said, Madam Attorney General. Also, by the way, she had tough words for Illinois Senator Dickey Durbin, who is furious. Why? Because President Trump is doing something he's never lifted a finger to do, and that is restore law and order and bring safety and security to the city of Chicago. Take a look.
They are going to transfer Texas National Guard units to the state of Illinois. What's the rationale for that?
Yeah, Chairman, as you shut down the government, you voted to shut down the government, and you're sitting here, our law enforcement officers aren't being paid. They're out there working to protect you. I wish you loved Chicago as much as you hate President Trump. And currently, the National Guard are on the way to Chicago. If you're not going to protect your citizens, President Trump will. Your city has a murder rate 5 times higher than New York's. 571 homicides last year. If you were serious about protecting your people, you would be asking this administration for help. You're saying that we're coming into your state and your city. We're there to help make America safe and Illinois safe, whether or not you want to.
Now, the Attorney General also called out Richard Blumenthal's questionable character. This was a great moment. Take a look.
Senator Blumenthal, I cannot believe that you would accuse me of impropriety when you lied about your military service.
I am
you
not
lied.
asking
You admitted you
I am
lied
not
to be
accusing you
elected
of
a U.S. senator.
impropriety.
You
I'm asking
lied.
you
How
about
dare you? I'm a career prosecutor.
with Mr.
Don't you
Ballard,
ever challenge my integrity.
had
I have
apparently-
abided by every ethics standard. Do not question my ability to be fair and impartial as Attorney General.
Wow, checkmate again. And last but not least, Attorney General Bondi also embarrassed Alex Padilla. Most people have probably already forgotten about this lawmaker. Remember the guy from California? The reminder, he was a senator dragged out of the DHS press conference while getting physical with law enforcement after rushing toward Secretary Noem. Take a look.
Attorney General Bondi, you are the Attorney General of the United States. Director Patel reports to you. Do you believe he's doing a good job, yes or no?
I believe Director Patel is doing a great job. You know where he is right now, Senator Padilla? Right now, you asked me a question.
Yes,
Director
I know
Patel
where he
right
is,
now
and I know where
is in
he's headed
Chicago,
because you said it
Senator
earlier
Durbin,
in the hearing.
fighting to keep
You've said it
Chicago
earlier in the
safe.
hearing, and yes, I have been paying attention.
You know, you want order in
Chairman.
here now, yet you stormed the Director of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem. You sure didn't have order that day, did you, Senator?
Attorney General, you are under oath. I did not storm the secretary, the video.
Oh, that was
makes
on
very
video. That
clear.
video has been released, I believe.
I would say she characterized it right. I agree with her. Anyway, this was a master class in calling out hypocrisy on the left. Unfortunately, over the past 2 decades, the Democratic Party has now morphed into from a liberal organization into a group of far-left bullies, radicals, who only care about one thing, political power. They are motivated by one thing, rage and hatred towards all things President Trump. And thanks to the President, the Attorney General, the FBI Director, Kash Patel, who will join us in a minute, thankfully, the rule of law is being restored in Washington, D.C. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.
Every